Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top 2 seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Broncos offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These 2 teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And completion makes it 2nd down. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Now it's 2nd down here. They call the draw play here. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal. And the Broncos line it up with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with the mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Baylor Bears offense gets their 1st crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
Ball handed to the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Bears looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle, but first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Defense not pressing this time. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's found some room at the 45. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And the Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
He'll hand it off. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain. 2nd down after that previous play. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend when the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this. Good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And they tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Here's the target, and it's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. And that's the fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. First down. We're going to throw the football. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They'll hand it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown, Boise State.
Well, when everybody's covered, the tight end can be a quarterback's safety blanket, especially when you're looking towards the end zone. Great catch to get them in for the touchdown.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
Grab made by the tight end. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Well, now it's a nightmare for any offense. 3rd and long from their own 1. They've got to get a few yards to give the punter some room here. He's free around the 15. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. And here's the return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. So, Kirk, Boise State is in front. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through 1 quarter. Let's check out the game summary. So here we go. An exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Broncos will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, BSU. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just a complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? He hands it off from the gun. And tackled after a small pickup there. No huddle here for the offense. The shotgun running play call. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. And the Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. A new set of downs after that completion.
That's another huge gain for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to give him some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the 1st half of the national title.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Caught near the sticks. It's Powell. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Bears come up to the line in the hurry-up. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The ball is caught. That's good for a first down near the 40. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And now they'll run it on the draw. Well, the back has been busy, but very little to show for it tonight. That defense has been all over the running game.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of him.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Looks at the sideline. What a catch there to stay in bounds. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Return begins inside the 10. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Pass complete. It's second down now. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Here's first and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it.
And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of...
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And the Broncos line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
And the offense will just take a knee. Here's the second down play. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Boise State Broncos.